Good morning, dear Dharma friends. It's rainy. Thank you for checking the other broadcasts, Dave. I think I got it this morning. Very orderly this morning. Well, I forget to do this. It's become sort of old hat, but I am Robert Beatty, or so I call myself. I am I am that previously and often still known as Robert Beatty. And I take myself pretty seriously most of the time. This is a broadcast of the Portland Insight Meditation Community, which actually has a physical building that we will inhabit again. I'm going there this morning at 9:15 to meet the painter as he sets off into painting the entirety of the downstairs, all the offices. And we'll be open in early January. Before that, we'll need lots of volunteer work to put stuff back together. So, I have a poem. A randomly selected poem that is where my finger fell this morning. It's been a while since I've read it here, I'm sure. Months. It's a little long, so it's a one-timer, so we have to just be present with it and watch it wash through us. It's by Oriah Mountain Dreamer. It's called Prelude. Let's notice ourselves sitting here first. There's already been a lot of effort put in to get here. A lot of commitment to awakening, to supporting one another. Let's acknowledge that. Sangha. What if it truly doesn't matter what you do, but how you do whatever you do? How would this change what you choose to do with your life? What if you could be more present and open-hearted with each person you encounter working as a cashier in the corner store, a parking lot attendant or filing clerk than you could if you were striving to do something you think is more important? How would this change how you want to spend your precious time here on the earth? What if your contribution to the world and the fulfillment of your own happiness is not dependent upon discovering a better method of prayer or technique of meditation, not dependent upon reading the right book or attending the right seminar, but upon really seeing and deeply appreciating yourself and the world as they are right now? How would this affect your search for spiritual development? What if there is no need to change, no need to try and transform yourself into someone who is more compassionate, more present, more loving, or wise? How would this affect all the places in your life where you are endlessly trying to be better? What if there's no need to change, no need to try and transform yourself into someone who is more compassionate, more present, more loving, or wise? How would this affect all the places in your life where you're endlessly trying to be better? What if the task is simply to unfold, to become who you already are in your essential nature, gentle, compassionate, and capable of living fully and passionately present? How would this affect how you feel when you wake up in the morning? What if who you essentially are right now is all you're ever going to be? How would this affect how you feel about your future? What if the essence of who you are and always have been is enough? That's a line. What if the essence of who you are and always have been is enough? How would this affect how you see and feel about your past? What if the question is not, why am I so infrequently the person I really want to be, but why do I so infrequently want to be the person I really am? How would this change what you think you have to learn? What if becoming who and what we truly are happens not through striving and trying, but by recognizing and receiving the people and places and practices that offer us the warmth of encouragement we need to unfold? How would this shape the choices you have to make and how to spend today? What if you knew that the impulse to move in a way that creates beauty in the world will arise from deep within you and guide you every time you simply pay attention and wait? What if you knew that the impulse to move in a way that creates beauty in the world will arise from deep within you and guide you every time you simply pay attention and wait? How would this shape your stillness, your movement, your willingness to follow this impulse, to just let go and to dance? Noticing how sounds, just like thoughts, come out of nowhere. I take refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and love. Namo Dharmaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Dharmaya. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community of mindful harmony. Namo Sangaya, Namo Sangaya, Namo Sangaya. So many blessings. The heart is working this morning. There was enough balance to stand after getting out of bed. There was enough strength in the body to actually swing the legs over the side of the bed and get upright. We had French toast this morning. Farmer's breakfast in France. Coffee. Of course, that was all preceded by the furnace coming on, so it was warm when we got up. We didn't even have to build a fire. And fundamentally, we have each other for now. And we have the Dharma. I am grateful to the Buddha and to the lineage of those who've carried these beautiful teachings down through all these millennia. It's about 120 to 150 generations, depending upon how you count them. Not long in planetary terms. So let us join each other and this lovely, loving, ancient lineage and take the seed of our awakening. Right here, right now. And sitting comfortably. If you want or need some back support, then having it be low in the back is useful, not too high. Because the closer we get to lying down, being totally supported, the more likely we are to lose it into sleep. And we acknowledge, we sit respectfully with the body. It is alive right now, right here. Sensations that are nothing special, but extraordinary. The sensations of life. And we can abide and rest in the very experience of breathing, not in some idea or fantasy of the breathing, but the actual sensations themselves. And each breath has a beginning. In addition to breathing, the body is also warm and cool. It has a certain heaviness, an earthen quality to it. We can sense saliva in the mouth, liquid. And it moves, it vibrates, it breathes. And there may well be thoughts. There may be a lot of thoughts or very few thoughts. Noticing how these thoughts come into being of their own accord. And there's little or no predicting what they will be. right here before our eyes, before our inner eye. The truth of anicca is shining away. Thoughts come and go. Concentration comes and goes. The breath comes and goes. Settling back into this moment and noticing, is there any sense of leaning into the future, leaning into, well, when I achieve this, when I get rid of that, then I'll be a good meditator, or then I'll be something. Letting go of that subtle craving and aversion, and just resting now here. This could be one of those times when the mind goes very quiet, sweet, delicious, concentrated. Or maybe there's restlessness. It's hard to settle in. There's the impulse to change position or fix something. Or maybe there's just a lot of desire, wanting something. Or some aversion, disliking. These both feed into restlessness and agitation. Maybe there's sloth and torpor, sleepy dullness. None of these are problems. They're just the weather. And so we come home to now, to here, to this breath. Sounds may arise. Just like thoughts, they come out of nowhere. And then they're gone. cultivating curiosity. How is it that this waking up from one thought stream after another happens? These whole worlds of storytelling that the mind does. I'm going to say this to that person, or I have to do this, or I don't want to do that, and then the lights come on and it's clear, those are fabrications in the mind over which one have no intention of creating them. They just blossom. And then mindfulness has this capacity, discriminating wisdom just cuts through them. And then for a moment at least, there's a breathing sensation. Sound. A fine way to begin the day. The announcement I would like to highlight is, what's the date? Yeah. There's another day, I think, to sign up for Candle's Saturday morning retreat next Saturday. I highly recommend that you take a few hours to sit with this wise person. An exploration of the powers, the faculties of faith and curiosity and mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. The information for that is on the website, portlandinsight.org, right at the top left. The dogs are sort of restive this morning. Jennifer had to leave early for work. You won't hear it, but I do. Strong memory from childhood. My father would come running out of the house and honkers, honkers. We'd all run outside and watch the geese go over. My kids do the same thing. It's a spiritual transmission of honkers. I had a radical reframing of them. There used to be, until 5 years ago, there was an operating dairy farm on Sauvie Island, which is at the north end of Portland. It's an actual little island, and the guy there would sell us a large pickup load, 2 large front-end loader loads of composted cow manure for $5. They just needed to get rid of it. It was wonderful, black gold. But I saw them come by and I was thrilled, and he said, "Flying rats." He didn't like them much because they were so hard on the crops. It's all in how you look at it, isn't it? So, anything you'd like to share? Should put on my headset so I'll hear. How is the wheel of pleasure and pain, gain and loss, sickness and health rolling through your life? Jim, could you give me a sound check just so I'm sure I have sound?
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Good, thanks.
Our little Tai Chi group met Saturday. We figured we're coming up on 22 years of practicing together.
Whoa.
And about 100 geese landed in the soccer field next to us. It was quite a raucous group, but it was kind of nice music, the background of doing Tai Chi. It was great.
How was their Tai Chi form?
They kept their heads down into the grass until another group came across the sky, and then they were all up watching.
Wow.
That was the only pose they got right, was alert attention to the sky, and then that group went on to another soccer field somewhere. So, but it was quite noisy for a while. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
I just flew across country with a puppy last night, and it was good. She did really well. So that's what's going on in my life. But I've been up all night, so
Mm.
but that's the life of a new little one, just to be up and make sure they go to the bathroom outside. So
Is said
that's
puppy with
fun.
you right now?
She is. She was chewing on my computer cord for a minute.
Aww.
There she is. And I'm trying to figure out if I should name her Willow or Lucy. So she's very sweet. She did really well. I was surprised. Really well. Yeah. For 7 hours. So she did amazing. Better than I did. So, yeah, but she's chewing on everything this morning. So I'm trying to meditate and do that. But thank you.
In the chat, Kat says Lucy Willow's a beautiful name.
Oh, Lucy, well, then I don't have to decide.
No, she could be a Southern belle, Lucy Willow. Oh, you froze.
I like that. Actually, I hadn't thought about that.
Then when you're mad at her, you'd say, Lucy, come here. And
Right.
Lucy Willow, a new beginning.
Good morning, it's Carol.
Hello, Carol.
Hi. Well, I just wanted to share that I had a new baby granddaughter a week ago yesterday
Whoa.
in Courtney, which is not too far away. So I've been able to visit her twice, and her name is Bowie Wren, and she is like a little wren. Very sweet.
Huh. Beautiful.
Yeah, it is very, very beautiful, very, very special being. So lovely to be together this morning. Thank you.
Hello, Sangha. It's Sky.
Hello, Sky.
Nice to see you all. In the spirit of the Monday after Thanksgiving, I would like to give thanks for this group and community and just feeling the peace that is coming from us today. It's very nice. Thank you.
Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Sangha.
Hello,
It's David.
David.
Hello, Robert.
Hi.
Hi. So you're talking this morning about the geese going overhead, and when I'm teaching classes, sometimes I bring the geese to mind as an image to work with for the students in the class, because there's the geese, the one at the front of the V formation that flies, and that goose breaks the wind for the other geese, so it's easier for them to fly. And they
Right.
take turns rotating the lead position so they don't all get tired. And I imagine that when the other geese are honking, what they're actually saying is, "Come on, you can do it. Don't give up. Come on, you can do it. Don't give up." And they're kind of encouraging each other. So I encourage my students to, it's a way of getting the class to support each other. So I use the image of the geese in the class, and it seems to work sometimes. So thank you.
What my Tai Chi group noticed was that with so many dozens of birds with their head down, about every 30, 40 seconds, one of them would look up and check, and then it would flutter its wings and make just a small reassuring sound, and then it would go back to eating, and then somebody else would do it in about a minute or two. It was like there was a rotating lookout scout. It's just one of those things that geese do. They rotate the job.
Well, my friends, shall we head off into our unpredictable day? What do you think will happen today? I have plans. We'll see. We will see. Let's go out on Yashakur. Yashakur, may the path of your heart open before you. And with this lovely gesture from the heart, we fill our hearts with the love and energy from this morning. And then we cast it over the person in front of us. Well, let's do it 10 times, and the 10th time is to the person sitting at your end of the screen. Yashakur. No, yes, yeah. Excuse me, I have to have the translation correct. How exquisitely God is manifesting to me in this moment as you. How beautiful the one is manifesting to me in this moment as you. There it is. Yashakur.
Yashakur.
Yashakur. Yashakur.
Shakur.
Yashakur.
Shakur.
Yashakur. Yashakur. Shakur. Two more times. Yashakur. Yashakur. And to yourself. Yashakur.
Yashakur.
Thank you, dear friends. May our paths be safe and mindful and loving until we meet again after the next dawn. Adios.
Marvelous.
Thank you, Robert.
Darling.
Thank you, Sangha.
Goodbye, dear friends on